Although in modern warfare, tanks and mechanized infantry may operate independently, to achieve their maximum effect, they will usually be grouped together. By combining the versatility of mechanized infantry with the firepower of chieftain, many of the limitations of both arms are overcome, and the success of an operation is made much more certain. As the spearhead for a combined assault, the chieftain's ability to neutralize areas of enemy reaction reduces the risk of infantry casualties to a minimum. The chieftain's other most important contribution is to provide the infantry with direct fire support against enemy strong points and machine gun posts. But even the most heavily armored tanks are not invulnerable, particularly in close country. The infantry plays a vital part in their protection both by day and by night. The establishment of OPs in the surveillance role is another major task carried out by the infantry. To armor, woods and thickets are always a source of danger, because it is in this type of country that anti-tank weapons may be concealed. Any such cover may have to be searched and cleared by the infantry before the tanks move through, so preventing short-range surprise attacks. Elements from an armored squadron and a mechanized company make up this combat team. In an armored squadron, the main equipment is the chieftain tank manned by a crew of 4. The commander, the gunner, the loader radio operator, and the driver. In a troop, there are normally 3 tanks, the commander of each being easily identified by his call sign on the rear of the turret. This is the troop leader's tank with the call sign 11. The troop sergeant's tank, call sign 11 Alpha. And the troop corporal's tank, call sign 11 Bravo. The armored squadron is therefore highly mobile and has tremendous firepower.
Sir, Charlie Alpha November, at 13:30 hours.
In any phase of war, the combat team is capable of providing mutual support and protection for its 2 elements, armor and mechanized infantry.
Roger, Echo 11, roger, over.
If a troop and platoon are tasked together as part of a combat team for a particular operation, the combat team commander will consider their individual capabilities. By applying these to the task to be carried out, whether it be defense, withdrawal, or advance, he is able to decide who should command the group, a tank troop leader or a mechanized platoon commander. The overall defense layout of this position is such that the combat team commander has ordered an infantry platoon to be placed under a tank troop leader's command. The troop leader studies the area allocated to him and makes his detailed plan. He works in close conjunction with the platoon commander so that the tanks and infantry can be deployed to the greatest advantage. The successful holding of the position will depend not only on a thorough and mutual understanding of the problems confronting both arms, but also on their ability to resolve them together by teamwork. In making his plan, the troop leader takes into account the main principles of defense. The overall plan has now been finalized. As maximum firepower must be brought to bear onto the killing area in front of the platoon position, the troop leader should coordinate his fire plan and issue clear orders about the control of fire.
Sergeant Rose, are you quite clear on engagements in the arc overlap? You take on any single target in this sector. A final check on your range cards. The 3 common reference points are Alpha, the road over the crest; Bravo, the barn with a broken roof; Charlie, this prominent bend in the hedge line. Also, a final check in the artillery and mortar support. Check that you have the grid references correct in the DF task list. And with us, we have call signs Golf 3-1 and India 5-3 Alpha.
The key to success is thorough recce with attention to details and careful coordination at all levels.
Move now and is to be clear of Pig Whistle by 7...
If for tactical reasons a withdrawal becomes necessary, the combat team commander will lay down the general method of disengagement with routes back and detailed timings. The infantry must be given time to get to its APCs, mount them and move to the rendezvous 2 bounds back before the tank troop starts its move. On leaving the present position, the troop platoon group will try to achieve a clean break and move straight along a laid-down route to the next position. All guns must point to the rear, ready to engage the enemy. This is also an aid to identification during the withdrawal. Combat Team 1 has been ordered to lead the advance, and the commander appreciates his task and decides that a troop platoon group will be the leading force. Before the advance begins, it's important that everyone in the operation should fully understand the overall plan. The troop leader then finalizes details, the order of march, the method of movement, timings, and specific tasks.
Box formation 1 bound behind. Troop movement is to be cut...
Distances between elements of his force will depend on the type of country, and spacing between vehicles will be dictated by the need for fire support. Finally, watches are synchronized before the O group disperses to make final preparations for HR.
3 hours.
Just before HR, the tank troop moves up to the start line, followed by the infantry platoon in its APCs. Systematic observation is important in an advance. From his own experience of defense, a tank commander will know the places where the enemy may have laid mines and the most likely enemy positions. He may engage such positions by speculative fire, so forcing an enemy, if he's there, to betray himself.
Shots, 1-100 push on. 1-100 on. Forward.
The troop leader moves up to join the forward tanks on the next bound. As soon as he's in position to cover their move forward, they continue to advance. The left forward tank comes under attack. He returns fire, lays smoke, and moves to cover.
Tango 1 on contact with us.
Heads, dot 2, and on!
Dot 2 off!
Fire! Right now!
The covering tank engages the enemy, and 1-1 Alpha moves forward to take up a good fire position on the right flank.
Hey, got one! On! Got one up! Forward, right now!
Hello, Tango 1, this is Tango 1-1. Contact at 11:20 hours, grid 827917, one anti-tank gun on southern edge of mound. I've returned fire and making plan to deal with it. Over.
Tango 1, roger out.
The troop leader now makes a combat appreciation. His aim is to destroy the enemy position, and the problems he must consider are the ground and the strength of the enemy force.
Hello, Tango 1 and Golf 3-1, this is Tango 1-1. SITREP, reference contact at grid 827917. Enemy force consists of 2 sections dug in with anti-tank weapons. I intend to carry out a quick attack going left flanking. Golf 3-1, be prepared to neutralize for 3 minutes in 6 minutes. Over.
Tango 1, roger out. Golf 3-1, wait out.
At the same time, the platoon commander moves forward to a suitable position so that he too can observe the enemy and familiarize himself with the ground ahead.
3-1 and all stations Tango 1-1 and Golf 3-1. This is Tango 1-1. Orders. Situation, no change. Mission, destroy. Execution, left flanking. Assault group. Call signs Tango 1-1 Bravo.
By listening to the APC loudspeakers, the infantry, closed down in its vehicles, gets some idea of the situation as it develops. The assault group moves off to destroy the enemy position, led by the intimate support tank. As the group advances, it is covered by the other 2 tanks in the troop.
Hey, got one! On! Got one up! Forward, right now!
At the same time, the FOO calls down artillery fire on the objective.
3-1.
6 rounds, fire for effect. 30 seconds, over.
This combined fire from the artillery and the support tanks is maintained to keep the enemy neutralized during the assault group's advance. The combined fire of the supporting weapons ceases. The firepower of the intimate support tank covers the infantry during the last stages of the attack.
Hey, got one! Trenches on! Got one! On board! Right now!
The intimate support tank has outflanked the position so it can continue to give support and cut off the enemy's retreat. The assault is over and the group reorganizes, ready to continue the advance.
Hello, Tango 1-1, this is India 3-1. Position clear. Enemy have withdrawn in a northwesterly direction. You can move up now. Over.
Tango 1-1, roger out.
Cooperation between armour and infantry is possible because the two arms are complementary, and in northwest Europe will invariably be grouped together. The success of any operation, whether defence, withdrawal or advance, depends upon detailed recce and careful coordination.
On the artillery.
This, backed by a combined training for both arms, establishes a mutual confidence.
Task list.
In a withdrawal, the emphasis is on strict control and timing. And during an advance, quick reaction and determination by everyone are all important. The bold use of firepower and speed in the assault will ensure a successful attack.